Hi guys, my name is Orville Edward Walcott. I'm really excited and honoured to bring you this training. Have you ever wondered if there are key biblical principles which are absolutely integral to your success? And if you've ever found that maybe you're struggling for that breakthrough in your business or finances, I want to share with you a couple of powerful principles of success which are in the Bible, which you probably A, have not even seen, or B, you read them, but it didn't really hit you as to how when you apply it in your business and your mindset, it will transform your life. So stay tuned. It is my absolute thrill and excitement and honor to bring you this short training. So stay tuned. Well guys, like I said, my name is Orville Edward Walker. What I do is, my background is that I'm an online entrepreneur. I train lots of people in how to grow successful businesses online, whether they're network marketers or affiliate marketers, but also I'm an international motivational speaker as well. And what I do is, I realize in business that the biggest problems that hold people back in business is not so much strategy, it's belief and mindset. Most people don't believe they can win. And so I'm not going to focus this training on anything to do with sort of online marketing or business strategy. It's going to be on mindset. And in particular, when it comes to mindset, I'm going to share with you principles of success which are in the Bible. Now, this is absolutely crucial, I'm going to say right now. In this video, and also when you click the link down below, you can get access to some of my free training, which I do to help people in business. But my training falls into two parts. There's strategy to build your business, but also mindset. Now, when it comes to mindset, let me say this to you. I don't care what you believe. This video is not about me trying to, sort of foist upon you any religious belief. What I found is this: having the pleasure to work with multi-six, even seven-figure income earners, here's what I have found, bar none, is that people who are successful, they are very, very, very open-minded with their thinking. They're very open-minded, whether they are atheist, theist, agnostic, it doesn't matter. I'm giving you principles which, whether you're a Christian, whether you're an atheist, agnostic, these principles are life-changing, because I guarantee you this, and I found it in all the people I mentor, in all the testimonials that you're going to see, hands down, what people have said is the biggest drawback in getting that breakthrough in their finances wasn't so much the tactics. The tactics of growing your finances, I can show you when you click the link down below. The number one thing stopping people is their belief. Their belief that they can't make it, their belief that they're not good enough, their false belief that their current circumstances define their future. And so I want to share with you some powerful beliefs. Now guys, what I've done is, like in all my presentations, I've got some notes here. So I'm going to look down and refer to these notes. Now, for the next few minutes, I want you to turn off the TV, get rid of all distractions, because guys, I can tell you this. Years ago, I was living in a place whereby things were horrible for me. I was living in a place where I could hear rats in my garden years ago at night time. Things were that bad. And these principles, and many others as well, have taken me from struggling and failing on the internet to being able to help thousands of people transform their lives financially. And as a result as well, of course, I've been rewarded financially as well. And I want to help you as well. However, one thing I know for sure, in all the businesses that I built, unless your mindset is right, the sad thing is, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 1 year from now, financially, you will be in the same place. So again, get rid of all distraction. I'll give you some powerful principles. The first principle is this, and I love this one. It's the parable of the sower. I believe it's one of the Gospels, the parable of the sower. So if you don't know this parable, the sower, it's a parable Jesus gave, whereby it says there's a sower, a farmer, and this farmer, he says, has excellent seed. Now, it's very, very important that every single level of detail is key. So this farmer, he says, has excellent seed. So what's going to happen next in this parable that Jesus gave, it has nothing to do with the farmer's seed. His seed is excellent. And the Hebrew word, it sort of emphasizes the seed is superb. But he throws his seed on good ground. So he's a smart farmer, so it's on good ground. The first lot of good ground, it says falls on good ground, and then the sun comes and scorches it. Okay, And then the second lot of good ground, it comes, but then it says weeds come and choke these seeds. Now stay with me now, I'm going to explain to you how it relates to you and your business. Maybe you've got it already, but stay tuned. Then the third lot, it says it lands on these good ground. It then says, and I love this, Jesus then says in his parable, he's aware, I guess, that some people intellectually will have missed the simplicity of it. So he tells them. In the third lot, it says, the cares of life come and choke the seed. The cares of life come and choke the seed. But eventually, what happens rather, is this sower, he keeps on sowing, she keeps on sowing in her business. Now, the key thing is this. Many of us Christians look on that as just a sort of spiritual analogy. Here's why you're wrong to do that. There are what's called in economics 3 ages of economics. The first age was called the agrarian age. That is wealth built around farming, the agrarian age. The second age of economics is called the industrial revolution, and the third age we're in now is what's called the information revolution. The information whereby billions are made literally using the internet. So the agrarian age based on farming, the second age industrial revolution, the third age now based on information and so forth. You like Facebook and other companies worth billions. Now, so in the time of Jesus, he lived in the agrarian age of economics, whereby wealth was gained through owning land. You had to own land. So what he was giving was, yes, a spiritual metaphor, but also financial. At the time, everyone was a farmer. My father came from Jamaica, one of 9 boys of farmers. They understood that's how you do. So the first few opportunities which are sown, they fail. Nothing happens. But here's what's beautiful about it. Jesus said this person keeps on sowing. They keep on sowing, and eventually what happens, eventually the seed then falls on good ground, and it brings forth like 10, 20, 30, 80, 100-fold in terms of the return on the investment. Now the key thing, how that applies to your business should be glaringly obvious. If it's not, let me explain. In business, it's always going to be the case that you can have the most brilliant opportunity and you share it with people. Initially, the first few people you share it with, the groups of people, they're not going to see your opportunity. They're not. They're just not. I've had people who, for example, they didn't see it, they laughed at it. Other people, they laughed at me, but then a few months down the line, then came and joined me. But eventually, when it then falls on good ground in your business, you'll find people who produce, 10, 20, 30, 40, 80, 100-fold. In business, they have what's called the 80-20 rule. In any given business, I think it was the Italian economist who came up with it, called the 80-20 rule. In any business, it's a fact that 80% of your wealth will come from your elite 20% performers. Just how it is, the 80-20 rule. And the key thing therefore is this, is that in the analogy Jesus gives of the parable of the sower, it's very clear how it should apply to you and your business. Let's go further. Will you have people say no to your business? Absolutely. And it's very important that you understand that people are going to say no, but it's okay. The main thing is to keep on sowing. That's the main thing. Main thing is to keep on sowing. Now there's more to this. This is part 1. There's so much more to this. I want to move on. Number 2. As a man thinks, so is he. It's a famous statement of Jesus. I suppose everything Jesus said was famous. But this one he said, as a man thinketh, so is he. Now James Earl wrote a book called As a Man Thinketh. And it's the same thing. Now I want to share with you something which, when it hit me, I was asked to speak in America. When this hit me, I was in the middle of a speech, 1,000 people there, and it hit me, and I just got a round of applause, but in the audience. I don't say it to boast because it was so profound. There are 3 elements to success in business, in sport, academics, you name it, in any area of success. It has always been, is, will always be. I wanted to really listen to this because here goes. The third element of success, it's the results that you get and the money, the fame, the adulation, recognition you get because of a skill set that you have. Look at it in sport, someone like LeBron James or Steph Curry in the NBA or Roger Federer or Serena Williams. We're looking at about $30 or $40 million a year. Why? Because of their skill set in tennis or Messi in football and so forth, because of their skill set. So that's the third tier or third element of success. The second element of success, this is powerful, is the work that you put in to get those results. But that's the second element. But the first element of success starts with mindset and belief. Unless your mindset is right, unless you truly believe that you can achieve, you won't put the work in. Unless you truly believe that you can achieve, why would you ever invest the time, effort, and money to get the results? So here's what happens. I'm describing here now most people, and this may be you as well. You fundamentally don't believe you're going to achieve. Therefore, you don't invest money in your business advertising, in courses to improve yourself. Because as you improve yourself, thus you bring a better you and business proposition to the marketplace and get paid more money. So you fundamentally don't believe that you can achieve because you're raised in a poor household. This is powerful. The psychologists reckon that self-esteem is formed between 0 and 7 years old. Your family background, how you're raised, has a massive element to it. But I'll come back to that another time. So you fundamentally don't believe you can achieve. But you never tell anyone that. So because you believe that, you therefore don't invest the time, effort, and money. And because you don't believe that, you therefore don't put the effort in, or you put a bit of effort in, but the split second you hit a roadblock, you quit. You quit. And therefore, guess what? You get poor results. You either don't put the effort in, or you put work in, but the split second you hit a roadblock, you quit. You get low results, and therefore, because you get low results, what do you say? What do you say? You say, you see, people like me don't achieve. It all starts with your thinking. Now, guys, when you click the link down below, what I specialize in is not only, yes, growing lots of people's businesses as well, showing how to make thousands per month as well, really quickly, but I've come to realize, when I've looked at it, why is it some people in my businesses explode and others with the same information do nothing? And it's mindset. Let's go on. The third is the word enthusiasm and the word desire. Now, it says a lot in the Bible, God will give us the desires of our heart, and the word enthusiasm. The etymology of words are very powerful because within the etymology or root meaning of a word, you get even greater meaning. So the word enthusiasm comes from the Greek word entheos. The word theos means God. The word en from the Greek, the word enthusiasm in the ancient Greek, it means God in you. It means God in you. The word desire, the word sire from the ancient English means father. The word desire means of the Father. So in the original Hebrew and New Testament Greek in the Bible, the word, when it says God give you the sort of enthusiasm, desires of your heart, the Hebrew word there in the ancient Greek is this belief that before you were ever born, God put these desires in you to be successful, to live a life of meaning and purpose, and He's put them in you. Therefore, you then have to... I hope you're getting this. I really, like I said, I'm the sower with the seed. Some of you listen to this and you didn't get it. Others are listening to this and either you're crying or I'm just literally, it's not just me, I'm just delivering what's been there for thousands of years. I'm the conduit to deliver stuff that is going to change your mindset, your activity, and your finances forever. As I've always said, if God's given you a key, it stands to reason there's a door that He's then going to open for you. I'll say it one more time in case you missed it. If God's given you a key, it stands to reason that He's given you a key. There's a door for that key. Otherwise, the key is pointless and useless to be stupid giving you a key. God's given you a key, there's a door, and there's a door that God's going to open. You see, when you understand this, and this is my next principle, a guy named Nick Vujicic. Nick Vujicic, you hear this guy on YouTube, it's impossible to be negative. Nick Vujicic is a Christian, but again, just a hilarious guy, born with a rare condition. He has no limbs, he has no arms, he has no legs. No arms, no legs. If this guy can't motivate you, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And again, watch his stuff on YouTube because it will motivate you. He's a Christian, but he's not sort of in your face and aggressive and sort of annoying. And he talks about a lot of us, we fear challenge. A lot of us are going to die having never truly let the world see who you really are because you're frightened about being the true you're meant to be. You're probably friends right now. Probably a third of your friends are friends you don't even like. You just want to be seen with them. A lot of you know for your business, for your business you're meant to be on YouTube. But you're thinking, what if friends and family see me? What if people laugh at me? There's the parable Jesus gave about the talents. The talents. It's a parable he gave about. He said that there's a rich man who had talents. Now, the English word to be talented comes from the Bible. In the time of Jesus in the Roman Empire, talents were actually coined. It's a type of currency, like money, denarii, shekels. And so in this parable, you've got a very wealthy man who has talents, money, and he gives it to different people. And he said to them, I wanted you to invest these talents, money, according to the amount that I've given you. It then says, I'm going to go away on a far journey, and I'm going to go away. When I come back, here's what I want to see. I do not want to see you just giving back to me what I just gave you. Because if you gave back to me what I gave you, what was the point of me giving it to you? I want to see an investment. Now, those of you who invest in banking, hedge funds, this should excite you. You can say there's a biblical principle to going into investment banking with hedge funds. So if you do three things, if you don't give me back what I gave you, that's theft. If you only give me back what I gave you, that's also theft. What I want to see is a return on my investment. What was a business is ROI, return on my investment in accordance with what I gave you. It goes away to the parable. It then says he goes away after a long journey, then comes back, and what happens? People know the parable. It then says that the first few people, they say to the master after he comes back after a long journey, there's the talent you gave me, the money, and here is my investment, my multiplication based on what you gave me. And the first thing, 2 or 3 or 4, Jesus says, they please him. And the master then says, well done, you get to keep both the initial investment and the growth of that investment. And they are just thrilled. They're just thrilled. It then comes to the final person in this parable of Jesus. And it says to him, where's the talent I've given you? What have you done with the talent that I gave you? And if you know the parable of Jesus, this is his response. He then gets very defensive. This is, well, and this is so powerful. The talent you gave me, the money, I hid it because I was afraid. And then he has the temerity to then put it back on the master by saying, well, you're an evil master. You demand too much from me. And the master, who represents Jesus, says, well, if that were true, it's not true. But if it were true, then at least give it to someone who give it a low rate of return. But what I think is interesting is this. I was thinking about this morning before this training. That is this. Isn't it interesting that we aren't told what he was afraid of? He hid his talent, but we aren't told why was he afraid. And what I want to recommend to you that the reason why he was afraid is the same reason you're afraid now. The reason why you're only operating on 10% of your ability in this parable of Jesus. He was afraid of what other people would say. If I really live my life in business, in my marriage and everything, as I was meant to, what will other people say? Will God really come through for me? What if I fail? And here's another thing. Isn't it interesting? The very things that he was afraid of, which caused him to hide his talent, the others also would have been exposed to the same thing. In the Hebrew, in the Bible, it says, when the master went away, the English hides this. It says that the others immediately got to work. So as soon as the master left, there's a sense of urgency. They immediately got to work. Whereas the other guy hid his talent. And the story you know, it says, take what he has, take his talent, give it to the others, and take him and throw him into outer darkness, where there's weeping, wailing, gnashing of teeth, a reference to hell, eternal fire. One hopes that it's not a literal meaning in terms of if we waste our talent on the day of judgment, if you believe in that you'll go to hell for eternity. We hope that isn't the case. Again, I'll say it again. We hope, you and I ought to hope that isn't a literal meaning. If you hide your talent, then you go to hell for eternity if you believe in hell. The point is this is part 1 of part 2. I'm going to do more of these videos because this is so powerful. This is so powerful. Now, if you're struggling to grow your business, I want you to click the link down below now, because the reason being is it's probably going to be a lot more mindset. In terms of strategy to grow a business, that's straightforward. But until you understand that you need to apply these principles right now, I guarantee you, even when I show you how to grow your business online, you won't do it. You won't do it. You won't do YouTube videos. You won't do Facebook Live because you will allow your fear to destroy you. So go ahead, click the link down below now. This video, please like it and share it with those that you love and care about as well. This is my video as well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and hit the notification bell as well, because I also put out a new video at least once or twice a week as well. I want to finish with these thoughts. Your best years aren't behind you, they are ahead of you. But in order to fulfill the life that you're meant to live, you need to get your mindset right. As a man, as a woman thinks, so they are. Take care. Bye-bye.